Joe Biden inherited the most secure border in American history, but since his very first day in office, Biden has done everything to dismantle Trump-era policies, the ones that worked, that kept the border safe and secure. But only now, with re-election looming, all of a sudden, the same Joe Biden that's been lying to us, as everybody in the administration has been lying to us, telling us the border's closed, the border's secure. Now he's claiming he wants to do something about the problem he himself created. And a bipartisan group of senators has been working on a so-called deal to trade enhanced border security for more aid to Ukraine. And while we don't know all the details because they haven't put it in writing yet, we do know that Biden falsely claims that the bill would enable him to shut down the border. One problem. Sources telling Fox News that provision would only kick in once several thousand people cross each and every day, which, as Speaker Mike Johnson rightly points out, is ridiculous, outrageous, a non-starter. This bill is DOA in the House. Former President Donald Trump has also weighed in, and he's telling Republican senators not to give in and support a weak bill that will allow the surge of illegals to continue. Look at your screen. Here are all the Trump policies that Joe Biden reversed. He can fix all of this. He did this all with the stroke of a pen. He can undo them with the stroke of a pen. Congressional action is not required. Just bring back the Trump policies that worked. And things at the border are only getting worse and worse. Our very own Sara Carter, she was in Eagle Pass today, speaking with the Texas Department of Public Safety. Let's get an update. Take a look.
Because of what we've been able to do as a state, National Guard, DPS, we have secured this area here in Shelby Park, Eagle Pass, which has been known for years that this is the place to cross. If you look at all the physical barriers that National Guard put up, this is a deterrent. This is what we need. This goes back to show you that walls do actually work. Physical barriers actually work. And we've never been in a situation like this, not only where we're having to defend our state and our border, but now also, this conflict, this alleged conflict between us and federal agents, which is not even there. But again, it all goes back to show you what the priorities are for this federal government. Their priorities are to allow as many people into the country as possible, and also to create this narrative or this conflict between us and law enforcement, federal law enforcement, which is not the case. And I think right there really shows you where their priorities are, and really what they should be focusing on is securing the border. They have the authority to do that, but they refuse to do that right now.
All right, Sara Carter is live from the border in Eagle Pass, Texas, along with former senior advisor to President Trump, Stephen Miller, is with us. Sara, let's be very clear here. The media mob is lying as usual, and the Democrats are lying as usual, and Joe Biden is lying as per usual. First of all, the very people that have been telling us the border is secure and closed now at least recognize a problem. However, they are lying and saying that they need legislation to fix the problem. No, as I've been scrolling, Joe Biden's rescinding of Trump-era policies that worked contributed to all of it. And his aiding and abetting illegal immigrants, that just added to the problem. Him telling them to come, which he also did, also contributed to the problem. So all of this is on him. Why is the media buying this lie? Why are they perpetrating this lie?
Well, the media can perpetrate and buy this lie all they want, Sean, but the American people aren't buying it because they see it every single day. Not only here at the border, where you can see the concertina wire right behind me. Governor Greg Abbott has reinforced it today. In fact, even the National Guard was out continuing to put up reinforcements, the Texas National Guard. But the American people can see what's happening because they see the illegal migrants being shipped off into housing facilities in Chicago, in airports like in Boston, in New York, where we've been, Sean, where we showed you right over at Floyd Bennett Field, where over 2,000 migrants are being housed. And they can see the extreme nature of this situation, where right here, even in Eagle Pass, they've had people coming from, these are called special interest aliens, people from Iraq, people from Syria, people from Pakistan.
Crazy.
That haven't been properly vetted, and from all over the world. Yeah, it's absolutely insane. And I got to tell you,
ask you this.
What is so incredible is our, yes?
Go ahead, finish your thought. What's so incredible?
No, what I want to make clear is that what's so incredible is that our Border Patrol, our National Guard, our Texas DPS, even on the very local level here in the county, the police officers that are working here in Texas, they are working together, and they know that this is working. That is the reason why you're not seeing anybody coming over here and trying to cut this concertina wire. I mean, it's not going to happen unless, like what you said to Governor Greg Abbott, unless for some reason President Biden decides to federalize, the National Guard and tries to force them to do that. And really, that will corner
I don't think they're
President Biden, and it will. Yeah.
Well, first, I got to give a lot of props out to the Border Patrol agents that are saying, no, we support the Texas National Guard. We're grateful for their help and assistance and their hard work. Got to give them credit. I don't think Joe's going to be successful federalizing the Texas National Guard. Just my gut feeling. And he's literally pitting law enforcement against law enforcement. Very dangerous. However,
right.
they're not allowing themselves to be put in the middle here. Good for them on both sides. Steve Miller, what's your take on all of this?
Well, Sean, I think you've done a tremendous public service tonight by listing all of the actions that Joe Biden terminated that President Trump used to achieve the most secure border in American history. President Trump ultimately implemented over 1,000 executive actions to secure the border and to secure this nation's immigration system. Many people know the most famous ones: Remain in Mexico, Safe Thirds, Border Wall, Title 42, border prosecutions, immediate expulsion from the country, rapid deportations, ending catch and release, detain through removal. Joe Biden came into office and willfully terminated every single one of these policies. And he and Mayorkas violated the command in federal law and the very act that created Homeland Security to guard this nation's borders and to deter and prevent unlawful entries into this country. They are criminals. Joe Biden is a criminal. Mayorkas is a criminal, breaking federal law every single day. And they can secure this border with a one-sentence EO that says restore all Trump policies effective immediately. The job that Speaker Johnson has is how can you force Joe Biden to do involuntarily that which he refuses to do but has the authority to do voluntarily.
That's why the House passed a real border security bill called H.R. 2. The U.S. Senate Republicans, all they need to do is agree with that part. They don't need to be negotiating with Biden and Chuck Schumer. First of all, the House isn't going to go along with it. So, I think they're wasting people's time. Sarah, we'll give you the last thought here.
Well, you're absolutely right, Sean. I mean, look, that bill is going to allow at least 5,000 people to come into this country illegally. That's what they say. We know it's going to be a lot more than that, and that's day by day. And, it was Jay Johnson under Barack Obama that said when 1,000 a day were coming over, it was a crisis. So imagine that. This is Biden's problem. He's cornered himself, and now he's going to pay the price for it.
Unbelievable. Beyond dangerous for this country. And I am telling you, terror cells are here. Of the nearly 10 million unvetted, when you look at the countries they're coming from, one day he will have blood on his hands. And I pray to God that I am wrong.
No doubt, Sean.
But I don't think I am, sadly. That's a clear and present danger. These FBI guys were right.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.